Immanuel Quickley has shown the NBA world a lot in his first 6 games with the Raptors. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at what exactly Quickley's role is in Toronto, and why I think he has the skill set and tools to become a future all-star in this league. Now with Immanuel's game, everything starts with his outside shooting. Quickley is an extremely dynamic shot maker from range, having the ability to spray threes off the dribble as well as on the move.
They can combat a lot of potential. Quickley.
Now what I find most impressive about Quickley's shooting is how consistent his mechanics are. Many of Immanuel's looks come off a heavy movement, but whether he's blasting off of screens or shifting to open space, Quickley always keeps the same solid shooting base into every jumper. And that's because his footwork into every shot is always crisp and efficient. You'll see him on this play blast off his pin down screen. And from this spot, Quickley's momentum is heavily pulling him towards half court. But as he receives this pass, notice how he skips off his right foot. Then he's going to rotate his hips and get himself squared up into this left-right jumper. You'll see Quickley again here use that same footwork, where he skips off his right foot to then turn and get himself squared up with his next 2 steps. We can see that same efficient footwork when Quickley is shooting off the dribble. Now I wouldn't say he has the deepest bag of step backs or separation moves, but he does have the ability to use his dribble to get to open space, to then efficiently rise up going both right and left. You'll see him here get Austin Reaves to fly by. Then he's going to get into this sidestep going towards his right. On this play, you'll see the Grizzlies get mixed up on coverages, and this allows Quickley to rise up going left for a routine jumper. Now because teams heavily respect Quickley as an outside scorer, he commonly draws aggressive closeouts from the defense, which then opens up his downhill driving.
What they do, they like to get out in transition, and there's that man Quickley.
Now when playing against closeouts, one of Quickley's biggest strengths is how decisive he is. Immanuel is elite at reading scrambles on the fly and finding efficient attacking angles. You'll see Quickley on this play running to the corner in transition, and as the ball gets advanced to him, watch how Quickley is going to use his momentum that's flowing towards his left and transfer his energy into this baseline drive. Now on this play, Quickley is going to set this go screen, then pop out towards the opposite wing, but this time the defense is closing out across towards Quickley's left side. So in response, Immanuel is going to rip into their gravity and attack back across towards the middle. And Immanuel's ability to shoot on the move also makes him way tougher to guard on these scrambles. You'll see the Raptors here playing in semi-transition, and watch how Quickley is going to catch Marcus Smart off guard and cut across the court into this handoff. And because Immanuel easily has the ability to catch and rise up from this spot, Smart is frantically closing out to take away the shot, but that in return gives Quickley a wide open lane to attack into. So as an off-ball scorer, Quickley pretty much checks all the boxes, having the ability to spread the floor as a spot-up shooter, being able to work off screens for shots, and he can also leverage the outside threat into drives. And Quickley also has enough skill with the ball that the Raptors can run a big chunk of their offense through him. Now off the dribble, I wouldn't say Quickley has the shiftiest handle. He's not the kind of guy that can consistently break down the defense from a standstill. But Immanuel does have a quick first step, and if he's going up against a mismatch, he's going to get blow-bys all night. And because Quickley has the ability to knock down pull-ups from range, he forces defenders to pick him up from well behind the 3, which then makes it easier for him to create attacking angles. You'll see the Lakers here switch this screen with Austin Reaves, and notice how Quickley's shooting threat forces Reaves to pick him up from beyond the 3. And from this spot, Austin has no chance of sliding with Quickley, and Immanuel is going to get Austin leading with this simple in and out. Then he explodes into this right-hand drive. I also think Quickley is pretty good at playing with pace. He likes to play upright and relax to lull the defense asleep, to then instantly drop down into a drive. This is a move that prime John Wall loved to hit, where Quickley casually pulls the ball out as if he's going to reset the offense. But from this spot, watch how Immanuel splits his stance and pushes the ball into this overcross to attack downhill. This is also a tough move here, where Quickley is going to get to this left to right between, and before he attacks downhill, notice how he sinks his weight back into his left foot, which slightly freezes this defender and gives Immanuel the extra step on this drive. Now I'm sure you've noticed on a bunch of these clips that Quickley loves getting into these floaters. And these are good shots for him because Immanuel is just 6'2" and 190 pounds. Plus, he doesn't have that ridiculous Ja Morant type of explosiveness. So Quickley can use these shots to beat length around the basket. And when getting into these floaters, Immanuel has the ability to elevate on 2 feet, as well as jump early into these one-step floaters. I love this finish here, where Quickley rips past his man on the perimeter, then he jumps early off his ball side foot, and floats this layup over Anthony Davis. And Quickley can also hit these shots with defenders in his airspace, having the ability to absorb contact on his pickup, to then keep his balance and still put up these soft floaters. Watch him here hit this left to right crossover, and notice how Quickley swings his left arm around to pull himself into this drive. Then he takes one dribble and elevates up into this left-right runner. Now one area of improvement I do see for Quickley is gonna be his ability to attack and score all the way in the deep paint. There's many times where he allows physical defense to push him out into these difficult stretch layups, which in spots can be good looks for him. But I think in order for Quickley to really round out his offensive game, he's gonna have to find ways to generate both layups and free throws from attacking the basket. And this is where I think Immanuel's physical limitations start to show. Again, he doesn't have the size, length, and explosiveness to elevate over or around traffic. And he also doesn't have the strength to attack the defense's body and carve out finishing angles. Right here, you'll see him catch and rip past the defense. And notice how Quickley doesn't veer back into his man and look to initiate contact to keep his driving line. Instead, he stops on 2 feet and lifts up for this difficult floater. Now, I don't think Quickley needs to necessarily become a Kyrie type of finisher, but going forward, I think a big area of improvement for Immanuel is going to be his strength, because that will allow him to be more stable on his drives and absorb contact in the deep paint. Watch him here again beat this defender closing out, and notice how he has all this extra room to work with. The best finishers from this spot would take one more dribble into this open space and attack the shot blocker's body to create a layup or foul, but Quickley from here is going to jump early and settle for this difficult running layup. I would also like to see Quickley add a little more depth and creativity to his driving game. At the moment, Immanuel is primarily just a straight line driver, and when he has helped defenders slide over and cut off his angle, Quickley doesn't really have any pickups or euro steps to adjust his attacking angle. You'll see him here coming downhill with all this open space in the paint, and when this help defender slides over, I would love to see Quickley use all this extra room to get into some kind of pro hop or euro step to create an angle at the rim. But again, he settles for a less efficient runner. But besides that, I think Immanuel is a well-established scorer, both on and off the ball, and that scoring threat in return opens up Quickley's passing. Now, over the past few years, I think Quickley has made some massive jumps as a playmaker. And that especially shows in pick and roll, where Quickley's outside shooting extends defensive coverages out beyond the 3, which then opens up these easy dump-off passes to the roller. And from these spots, Quickley has also developed some pretty dynamic deliveries. Watch him here off a live dribble, shovel this left-hand pass through to the roller. And Immanuel has also gotten much better at reading the entire floor. This is a tough pass right here, where this help defender slides down to tag the big, so in response, Quickley is going to snap this left-hand pass out to the corner and set up a catch-and-shoot 3. And Quickley has also added some manipulation into his passing. Watch him on this play jump up to threaten this kick-out pass, which freezes this off-ball defender and opens up this dive down to the roller. I love this play, where Quickley is now attacking towards the middle, and watch him use his eyes to look off Kawhi Leonard, and he sets up an uncontested dunk for his teammate. So overall, I think Quickley is a pretty well-rounded guard. He's got the ability to shoot on the move, attack closeouts, plus he's also got enough skill with the ball that he can generate plenty of offense as a lead guard. And then on top of that, he's also one of the best statistical backcourt defenders across the NBA. I think it's only a matter of time before Immanuel Quickley blows up and becomes a real star in the league. If you want to support this channel, feel free to check out my Patreon for exclusive breakdowns. But regardless, I still appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one. The kid's here.